Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Batman Show. Joining me is Chris from the YouTube channel Jinsen with the show Animated Revolution. Welcome, Chris.
Well, it's good to be here in my own home.
Okay.
Why is it even called a show? Still, you do text reviews.
That's true on the website, but every now and then me and Peter hook up a video review. Anyway, we're here today to talk about...
Is every now and then and once in a blue moon?
Yes. Anyway, we're here to talk about the newest sci-fi adventure epic, Interstellar, and we're going to compare it to the oldest sci-fi epic by Stanley Kubrick, 2001: A Space Odyssey. And we're also going to talk about the status of Christopher Nolan as a movie director. So, Chris, immediate reaction to Interstellar. How would you describe it?
Well, my immediate reaction was leaving the movie theater. I thought it was really good, but after thinking about it for a while, I think that it was a little too long, and there were some things in it like. Is this spoiler free or what?
Yeah, let's try and keep it spoiler free.
Okay, well, actually, one of the things that I don't think this is much of a this isn't really a spoiler. There's a character played by Matt Damon.
Dr. Man.
Yes.
Yep, everyone knows that, so not a spoiler at all.
He is Nolan's dream character. Like, every dialogue he has is spewing Nolanisms, exposition, philosophical nonsense, and so he's been Nolanated.
Nolanated.
Yes, we Nolanated. We have Shyamalanized and Nolanated. I'm throwing another one. Lucasized.
Lucasized.
It's what happened to Hayden Christensen.
You mean like every romantic dialogue was...
You're so beautiful.
And poorly directed? Okay.
He's holding me back!
Okay. I actually don't remember that line.
Star Wars 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in a really long time.
Good for you.
Alright. Well, I saw that one coming. Anyway, I thought Interstellar, I still think Interstellar was, like, great. It had mind-blowing effects.
The
acting was good, and the writing was pretty good, in my opinion. And on the website, I gave it, like, a 10 out of 10. I still stand by my 10 out of 10.
I give it...
I just don't think it's gonna stand the test of time.
Yeah, I get that, but...
It's a huge problem. We'll get to that later.
It is a really good movie, but I give it more like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. And
your criticism?
As opposed to, like, this other critic who said it was the most exhilarating movie this century.
I still have to find that critic.
We're just look on YouTube and just watch YouTube videos until you get that Interstellar in theaters ad at the beginning. Just like
Okay.
That's been on pretty much every YouTube video I've watched.
Okay.
But okay. The effects they were amazing.
There was no way that anyone could say that the effects.
The wormhole that was awesome.
And the way they conceived it too.
Yeah, it was. I wish I had seen this in IMAX.
So did I. I mean, I saw it at like Showcase Cinemas.
So did I.
But that's not nowhere as good as like IMAX in Providence.
The problem is that I live in suburbia, basically, and IMAX is expensive, and the economy pretty much sucks right now.
That describes the economy for the last few years. But we're not here to talk about the economy. We're here to talk about this movie. And I think it would have been so much better to see in IMAX, I agree. But as is, it's mind-blowing to see. You have to see it. But it's one of those movies you're either gonna hate or you're gonna love.
Yeah, but
Because it's I mean, we'll get to this later, but it's similar to 2001.
it's similar to a lot of sci-fi movies.
But most
and
of all,
franchises.
2001. And I think we're right about that time where we should start talking about
but
that.
no, okay. Actually, first I want to say something. First, it did kind of feel like I was watching a long Twilight Zone original Star Trek mesh episode. Especially when with the fights. There's a fight scene in spacesuits in this movie.
Why not?
And it's just the only thing that's missing is the amok time fight music. Just but
It'd be nice if we had like a clip going of the fight scene, but we're
yeah,
not gonna do that.
And the acting in McConaughey's first of all, I'm just gonna say I don't generally like McConaughey as an actor, but his McConaughey-ness, I guess you could call
McConaughey-ness.
Works. Right. Pretty much works for him in this movie. But I think that's pretty much just because it works so well with the Nolan style of character.
Right.
I still wish that we would get more of a character from it. And then after because there was this one scene where he was pulling like this incredibly impossible and goofy maneuver, and he's just saying, and Anne Hathaway is just laughing, and he's
Alright, what he's referring to is like the endurance is spinning around, and after
he has to spin to match it in this pretty dark, realistic sci-fi movie, and he managed to attach his and he and Anne Hathaway are laughing because they just survived that, and then he says, and now for my next trick. But
because it's.
But I wish we had more of that. More just
real dialogue.
Yeah, more just being character.
I think that's more of this movie, because an example I have to pull up of real characters saying real things would be The Dark Knight. Yeah, The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
that was real dialogue. I actually did watch it before I came over here, and that actually had real dialogue in my opinion, because you had dialogue between Bruce Wayne and Alfred, and not the motivational stuff of
accomplice. I'm gonna say it was all your idea.
That's part of it.
But that's why I always think that it's Nolan's greatest this achievement in film. Because don't get me wrong, I like Inception. I thought it was great. I thought Inception was great. But
I still have yet to see it.
You poor soul.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay,
we gotta start talking about the comparison.
2001, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of similarities to
oh boy.
Because that's why I don't think it'll stand the test of time. I don't think it'll be one of the sci-fi greats.
We have basically what is a HAL 9000. You might not recognize it. It might be something you think at first, but it's not. Okay, it's not.
Yeah, because it's not going to stand the test of time. It's in the shadow of 2001.
The wormhole is basically the monolith. It's just
different.
There's an anomaly in space near Jupiter. We're charting a course to go to it.
And then
and we're gonna.
Yeah. Spoilers. No, thank you.
Spoilers.
Anyway, but it's hard to watch it. If you've seen 2001, and you watch it, it's gonna be hard not to think of it. All the way through, I just went, that's 2001, that's 2001, 2001. Great film, but it's in the shadow of 2001. It's so similar to it.
But I give this movie some credit. They went through the trouble of explaining what the heck was going on.
That's why it was almost 3 hours.
No, but like when they were in the thing, they explained what was happening. They explained why it was there and what was going on. So
otherwise, it would have been just 2001. 2001 was like a visual adventure.
Yeah.
And trying to sort of replicating it, and you did the exact same thing, it would have been awful. I have to say, Interstellar would have been terrible if there weren't some sort of explanation as to what's going on. Just people just said, oh, 2001 ripoff. Mm. But you can't really say that unless you've watched it like several times and you look at all the intricate plot details and you say, it's kind of similar.
One thing I will say, I was talking to you about this earlier, but one thing I said... Dog.
You don't see that?
Okay, Keisha. What do you think of Interstellar? Huh? What? Oh wait, no.
Poetic.
You can't, she can't tell us what she thought because we didn't take her to the theater with us.
Oh well.
So you don't have an opinion on it, do you?
Sad.
Well, she was kind of hounding me when I was watching 2001 like 2 weeks ago for the first time. So, what did you think of 2001? What did you think of 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Poetic. All right.
The stuff of true poetry right here.
All right. Well, I mean, all right. That's enough for comparing to 2001. Bottom line, it's similar, but it goes on its own. One thing
I will say, it did something else better than 2001.
What?
No, this is because like if I explained it, there would be spoilers. But
true, but
I think
it's like that's where Interstellar differs.
When Michael Caine is, when we find out that there's a reason for it. Unlike in 2001, where it was just like,
let's go send him off. I mean, but here's the thing, and this I think I mentioned this earlier. Interstellar isn't a visual experience. 2001 is. 2001's the epitome of watching a movie and trying to interpret what the heck it means. Whereas Interstellar is more of the spoon feed sort of thing. Like, here you go. Here's a reason for that.
I'm gonna just say this. I didn't entirely like 2001. I mean, I can't say I really liked it. I can understand why a lot of people would love it. It's just not my kind of thing. It's slow. I guess I was just raised on like the
Michael Bay films.
No. I was my first movie in theaters was Toy Story 2. I was pretty much raised on the fast-paced these Batman and Tim Burton style movie. One of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Batman Forever.
And then you watched The Dark Knight and you quickly changed your mind.
And then I watched Batman 89 and I changed my mind again. I like Batman 89 better than The Dark Knight.
Alright, well, fair enough. How about Nolan as a director? Overall.
I think that... Okay, I'm just gonna say this first. It's been seen in the trailers, the Snow Mountain planet. Nolan has a fetish for snow for some reason. Like, there was snowy mountains in Memento. Oh, the snowy mountain army base in Inception.
And Snow Mountain.
Snow Mountain
and the Batman Begins.
Snow Mountain Batman Begins. What? And the freaking snow chasms in Interstellar. Just
they even had a frozen cloud, which is pretty cool. Honestly.
It was. I mean, the upside down, great. But I mean, come on. What is it with him and white? What is it with him and the white background environment? Well, just.
I say it contrasts the dark and gritty storytelling that he portrayed.
Like how Tim Burton contrasts his entirely white cast in his movies. No,
that's a reference that most of you might not know.
No, seriously, let's make a game out of it. Find the black guy in the Tim Burton movies.
Batman 1989.
Harvey Dent.
Yep.
Edward Scissorhands, that one cop.
And that's really all I can think of.
Take 2 shots.
Yeah, too bad we're not 21.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay, but no, but in all honesty, I think that Nolan has the. Nolan is a really, really, really good director, and he has the potential to be one of the greatest directors of all time. I just don't think he's there yet. I think that he needs...
He's got more to improve on.
Yes, yeah. I think that he needs to... Well, okay, one thing I will say he did well with the... one of the things I will say he did well with this movie...
He picked the cast.
Yeah, but something else... He didn't go back to that Memento style of storytelling, like where we have the flashback, now present time, now flashback.
So kind of like Batman Begins. In that aspect,
and Man of Steel. But
he didn't direct it. He didn't direct Man of Steel.
Batman Begins was the first Nolan movie I ever saw. And when I saw it in the theaters, I thought I was watching a trailer. But you know, I like it. I like a Nolan movie without that kind of thing. But I mean, confession. I haven't seen Memento, but I'm gonna try to. But you know, I just.
I don't know. I got nothing else to say really, because in my opinion, Christopher Nolan has to improve on his writing skills, like his dialogue. Yeah, dialogue.
I think we just need to sit him down, make him watch a bunch of Joss Whedon material, like Firefly. Firefly to me is one of the best Joss Whedon works ever.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I love Buffy. Well, the first 3 seasons.
The Avengers.
Angel is awesome.
Yeah, he wrote the Avengers too, right?
Yes, I think we just need to sit I think we just need to sit Christopher Nolan down, have him watch Joss Whedon works, and
we'll see what happens.
And I think he would be able to figure out that character dialogue, talking like a human being, is what moves the characters along and creates an identity, not just exposition.
That's going off topic. That's kind of Shyamalan's problem too. Shyamalan never really does character development things, but then again, it has been a while since he's made a good movie to speak of. But yeah, that's tough.
I haven't seen one of Shyamalan's good movies.
You haven't seen The Sixth Sense or Unbreakable?
No.
Very, very sad.
No, I think I've seen 2 Shyamalan movies. The first one was Signs, and the second one Now here's the thing. The second one was the first movie I genuinely did not like. The Last Airbender. It was
Alright, well, that's a tough topic.
Okay,
That's a tough topic. Bring it back,
we'll
bring
get
it
to
back, bring it back.
we'll get to Shyamalan another time.
So that's all we got for this week.
Interstellar, go see it. I mean, if you're the nitpicky type, I don't think you'll really enjoy it that much.
I don't know. I don't think you'll hate it, but you won't. It's Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic, said it's just one of those movies you have to sit down, you watch. That's it, and that's it. You just watch a movie.
Oh, something else. Something else I like about this movie that didn't have one of Nolan's plugs. There was no social commentary in this movie because I was sick. I was pretty sick to death at the social commentary in the Dark Knight movies. I mean, I don't want to hear Joker spewing all that stuff. I want to hear him be frightening. But you know, no social commentary. Oh my gosh, that was a breath of fresh air. Because the social commentary in the Dark Knight movies, if you watch them back to back, they're exhausting.
All right, well, that's all.
But
That's
you know,
Interstellar. It's good.
Interstellar. Go see it if you want. If you want your mind blown by mind blowing effects. Go see it in IMAX.
Yep. It's worth the money. I mean, it was worth $11 for me.
And Christopher 2001. Yeah, it's kind of a ripoff. But not to the extent that it annoyed me. But and Christopher Nolan, I think he is getting there.
He just needs a little bit more. He's got a little bit to go.
He still has his journey left to go.
And in my opinion, Interstellar, great movie. Go see it. It's a sit down viewer experience. You have to watch it. In terms of 2001, it's not a complete ripoff, but it has the similarities that may or may not annoy you depending on how much you actually like 2001. And in terms of Christopher Nolan, I mean, I think he's a great director. He needs a little bit of work on the dialogue, and that's really, I mean, that's it. He's a fine director. I don't really remember a movie that I can say that I've watched of him that's bad. So yeah, that's all we got for this time.
Final thought. Closing thoughts. Interstellar. Go see it.
So yeah, that's all we got for this time. That's all we got this time. I almost said this week. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the Star Wars Batman Show. Subscribe to Jinson.
DJINSIN.
And we'll see you all next time.
This is my dog. Well, my brother's dog.
And we'll see you all next time. Bye.
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 Bye.